Hello guys, and welcome back for a new video. So today we are gonna launch the chapter 4, so the mitigation process chapter. So in the first video, in this video I will start by the imbalance in the market, so understanding what's imbalance, and after this understanding we will go to the mitigation process theoretical aspect, and in the next video I will show you the application of the mitigation process. Okay, so we are gonna start by the imbalance in the market. So what is the imbalance? So when price moves too fast, it leaves inefficiency behind the candles. This inefficiency are resting order where the price come back. Price will not necessarily come back directly to fill its imbalance. So let's see an example of what is the imbalance. So as you can see here, we have a little structure and then price just melts in one candle, and as you can see behind this candle here and this candle here, we have nothing here. So this is the imbalance area. And if you remember, in the liquidity video I told you that the price is moving from a liquidity pool to another one to rebalance the price, and we will generally see those imbalance before a POI, because a POI is created by a big move which generally breaks structure and sweeps liquidity. So it engages a lot of liquidity at the same time and a lot of the same order at the same time, and it rests inefficiency in the market, and that's why price come back to our order block, because it has to fill its imbalance. But you have to keep in mind that the imbalance can be filled after month and month. Okay, sometimes you will see an order block and this order block has imbalance, but price can continue its structure without touching and without filling this imbalance, because price may be creating range liquidity and after come back takes some liquidity and after it goes down. I don't know, this is not the subject, but price will not necessarily come back. Okay, it's a nice stuff to add to another block because we know that the price has a fair value gap that we can fill by having another block at this stage of the market. Now, as I told before, sometimes price doesn't come back directly in our order block, and it's because imbalance, it's different depending the time frame. So for example, here we are in a 5-minute time frame, and here we are in the 15-minute time frame. So as you can see, in the 15-minute time frame, the imbalance is just what we have here and not what we have here. So that's why sometimes price doesn't fill our imbalance when we are in a lower time frame, because price just fill is imbalance in a higher time frame and has the liquidity he needed to pursue the move. So it's a really good stuff to use, but you really have to backtest it and to work on it to be able to see when you need your imbalance. I personally use the imbalance in the higher time frame, but it's a very nice thing too when I do my entry criteria in 1 minute to don't get swept by the market, because sometimes price just sweep another block in lower time frame, and it's because above or below this order block we have imbalance, and price just fill his imbalance before continuing his move. And so that's a nice stuff to use, but it's not because you have another block with imbalance that the price will necessarily come back. I needed to talk about the imbalance in the market before going to the mitigation process. So now we will go to see the theoretical aspect of the processes of mitigation. Okay guys, let's start. So with the mitigation process, we see the market moving up and down in a certain direction. But why price does retracement when is a trend? Why price doesn't just melt or go up? Why does it need to retrace? So to facilitate their own liquidity, bank and financial institution will both taking buy and sell position. At a certain level and for a certain reason, price will come back to the area of interest left by the bank and financial institution to mitigate their content trend position by closing them at break-even or with a small loss. while making the market efficient. So I will show you a step-by-step method for the mitigation process. So the step one is the bank and financial institution will push the market in a certain direction, right? And so for that, they need to take more order than the counter trend order they will take, because they need to take both buy and sell orders to facilitate their own liquidity. But if they take the same amount of selling order and the same amount of buying order, the market will just range, and so that's why they need to taking more orders in the direction they want to push the market. So step one here, we are in a bullish trend, for example. So step one, they buy, for example, for 100 lots and they sell for 15 lots. So they will push the market by let some imbalance in the price, and also we have a break of structure, and so this is here our area of interest, so our order block. And at a certain level and for a certain reason, price will start to goes down. So for example, in the left of the market, we can have a supply in lower time frame or in a higher time frame, and that's why at this point price will start to goes down. But at this point, bank and financial institution will also take some partial, and by closing partial in a buying position, they will become sellers, and also they will build a selling move, and this selling move will build liquidity, buy side liquidity, that we will target after the delivery of the price into the order block. And so they generate liquidity here, price comes back into the order block. So now we are at the step 3. Maybe I forgot, here it was the step 2, sorry. Here we are the step 3. So in the step 3, they will start to mitigate, so the mitigation process happened. So they will mitigate their selling position by closing them at break-even or with a small losses, and by doing that they will become buyers, and so we will see the delivery of the order block starting in lower time frame by a switch of structure. And so price start to switch structure, come back, bank and financial institutions start to stack more orders and take buys, and after they do exactly the same thing, so they restart the step 1, they take both buy and sell position, push the market, let imbalance in the price. Step 2, they will close partially for a certain reason, they buying position and start to make a bearish move, creates buy side liquidity that we will target later, come back into the order block, start the step 3, close, mitigates the losing position, open new orders and push the market higher. Here, as you can see, I call that a complex pullback because as you can see, price doesn't really respect its structure when he is making the pullback into the order block, and so that's why I call it a complex pullback. The mitigation process is a really important process because many people doesn't know that the price needs those things, and for example, if you are a buyer since then and you don't understand the mitigation process, when price will start to goes down, you will just be stressful and really doesn't understand what you need to do if you don't have a strict plan. And if you understand the mitigation process, you are able to use it at your advantage by adding some positions. So here you know that, for example, if you take buy here and take these longs here, you know that the price will come back to mitigate another block and also to rebalance the price. And so you will be able to catch a second move in your first move, and that will just increase your risk reward, your gain, and your trade. And you will gain a lot in confluence, because you will understand how the market is moving. Also, it's stuff that you can see in every time frame. Market are fractals, and you can see in every time frame. So for example, here, after the delivery here of the price, you can see that the price is doing the same thing. It breaks structure, it come back to mitigate its order. Here it breaks structure, come back to mitigate its order, and this is absolutely the same thing, but in a lower time frame. And that's it. Markets are fractal, so you will see this in every time frame. You just have to adapt the time frame of what you can do, of what you want to do also. In the next video, I will do the application of the mitigation process in a real market, so I will show you how to understand the mitigation process. So I hope this video helped you guys. I will, as always, send you all of these theoretical images. See you on the next video, guys. Bye bye.